Hello everybody. Welcome to the studio. My name's Bill T, and I'm with Paint Minis Live down in the Creation Cave today. Really excited because we've got two cameras working with StreamYard, and also one of them is the new camera that I picked up for specifically just showing off the models and doing the paint work and stuff. Also, you'll see that the streaming quality has kind of gone up quite a bit too because of that. So I am super happy about that. Let me just adjust the music a little bit, a little loud there. Let's get that thank you banner rolling to all of our friends across YouTube and other platforms. Go ahead and give them a shout out if you're able. Anywho, yeah, this is pretty nice. Check this thing out. Like, look at the autofocus on this bad boy. Just like you can get kind of right up in there and really see all those little details. So that's pretty nice. It's gonna be great for painting and letting you see all the pretty colors and whatnot that we're putting down, as well as just the detail. The webcams were working pretty well, but this is definitely doing it quite a bit more. So I am super happy about that. I was getting so frustrated with the webcams and just how quick they could autofocus or not. For lack thereof, probably a bit more. They served me well for quite a while. I appreciate everybody who's been with the show, and you know, watching and all of the cringe moments with the cameras. I appreciate it that you've stuck around through all that. But tonight we're going to be doing some detail work on our DnD female fighter, which has been turning out pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. She's looking really good, primed up in her purple, as well as she's got a nice gray cape with a little depth to it. We're gonna work on just making this thing really shine, I think, tonight. We're gonna do some highlights on the shield, is a big area that draws the eye. Maybe we'll do some washes, just whatever we feel like it. We're just gonna make this thing look spectacular. I'm gonna adjust our B camera a little bit. It's even got a zoom function, folks. It's got a zoom function. Sorry, I am just way over the moon about having a camera that can do this. I also have some mounts and stuff coming, so I don't even have to mess with it during the show, but I'm thinking this should help quite a bit. I'm gonna zoom it in here. Get the try and get the focus to take. Let's see. Will it take? Anywho, that's what we're gonna be doing tonight. And now I have to retrain myself on how to stay within a little box. So I think I'm gonna put a couple of things down, maybe to like help myself through this. Things I didn't think of until I just started the stream. Let's see, what could I use? I'm gonna use you. There we go. We're gonna use some cleaners. I'll probably put some tape down or something for next time. Welcome to the two viewers that are in the stream. I hope you enjoy yourself. I'm just gonna line these guys up so that I can kind of tell where the area is. Go a little bit more to the other side. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. And we'll adjust as necessary. Her hair is going to be a fun one. I believe we used a used like a yellow, just kind of a, was it yellow ochre or light brown? I can't tell. I think it was this, maybe this yellow ochre color we used for the blonde hair. Let's see here. Yeah, we could use this yellow ochre for highlights. I think it is so zoomed in that it's losing itself a little bit. Let me back that bad boy off. There we go. But yeah, we're gonna be using this guy right here, this yellow ochre color. I think. So there we go. Again, I'm trying to retrain myself in live here. Hey there, Sapphire, how you doing? Good to see you from long time no see, like what, about 10 minutes or so? Anywho, I'm gonna get set up here. We're gonna use our number 3. Let me get this stuff out of the way. That was a good idea and good idea on paper. We're gonna use the number 3. We usually don't go too low, but we might go for. I'm gonna go for a 0. I think we'll have a double 0 at hand for the face. What else are we gonna want? And maybe this here, number 1. Just all really small brushes, I think. It's actually too cold to roll up the sleeves, not gonna lie. I do have the spray booth, or the compressor is ready to go if we need to do some airbrushing, but I'm kind of not thinking that's gonna be the case. Get my palette out here. Alright, so let's check it out. The shield definitely needs the light umber. So let me search for that real quick here. We might use burnt orange for the boots, because we kind of went with like a burnt sienna, so we can do that. Dark golden brown. I was meaning to do it this weekend to try and cut like a paint rack so that I could have RPG Grandma. Hello, how you been? I was just talking about you the other day. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. But I meant to cut a paint rack this weekend so that I could store my paints. Didn't get around to it. I was all about trying to set up this new camera. So that's been my life. Yeah, Grandma, tell us how you been. What's been new? Yeah, so yellow ochre for the hair. Burnt orange for the boots. And then light umber for the shield. What else are we gonna want here? It's metallic medium. I don't know what exactly I want to do with the cape. We will discover that as we get to it. Highlights. We just did straight purple for that. Plum was a bit. I don't think plum was the color of choice here. I'm just gonna crack the bottle. Yeah, plum is pretty close to purple, I think. Yeah, they're pretty spot on with each other. One's just a different. One looks a bit more faded than the other. I'm searching around for. Maybe magenta might work. That is kind of getting too close to hot pink. had one more. What was it? Faded plum is too dark. I thought I had one more purple in here somewhere. We have transparent purple. That'll probably be maybe a weathering. We'll do a little weathering on that with the transparent purple. Yeah, wow. All right. I thought I had another purple in here. I do not have another purple in here. That's going to be kind of suitable. So I think we're probably going to just go with magenta and maybe mix a little purple in with that to kind of dull it back to, well, maybe not dull, but darken it back to where it needs to be. All right. Let's see what Grandma's got to say. Busy, tired, and injured as usual. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. That's not good. Go for it. Painting is in the house, everyone. Go for it. How you been? What's new? What you been working on? That's my question. Grandma's painting a few pink orcs. Dog ate a few along with a kobold. That's yeah, so you had a experience with basically the isn't there some gigantic dog creature in D&D too that like just eats people? I can't remember the name of it. It shows up in like Harry Potter as well, but it has like 3 heads in that movie series. So yeah, glad the dog's fine. And hey, you could always use them as casualties. That's my favorite thing to say. I'm not even joking. That's one of my favorite things. Like take miniatures like that get wrecked or dropped or scooshed, whatever have you, and just turn them into casualties. All right. So I'm actually, maybe, let's see here. We're gonna try this yellow ochre. I'm gonna toss it on the paint shaker. That ought to do it. Alright. So let's check this color out. Is it going to be darker or lighter than what I suspect? That is pretty spot on with what I'm looking for. I'm not going to lie on that one. The rescued casualties will get reworked. Glorious. Orthrus. Okay. An Orthrus. That's... Okay, cool. I dig it. Can work with an Orthrus. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this, and I'll just kind of thin it down per dipping of the brush. I should probably put a glove on too before I get too far, but we'll just start it off. I'm just trying to pick out some of the strands of hair. Let's see if we can... I will work on the camera here in a minute. I'm just gonna try and get some of these highlights and ideas down on where I'm taking this thing. Okay. Now that I've got my paintbrush rinsed off, I can kind of mess around with this to see if we can get a... Oh, hey, it's the Dungeon Minister is in the house. How's it going? How's it going? Let's see if I can't. Yeah. So I'm gonna bring you guys over. We're gonna deadpan do the unoriginal, just top down shot. I think because it looks like the camera is enjoying that much more than I would have thought. So yeah, the highlights are looking pretty good so far. I think so far at least. Pan you up just a little bit more because I tend to work closer to my face. Hey, what's going on, Mercury Wells? Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Good to see you. Working on some highlights right now for our female fighter. That reminds me, I needed a glove too. What are we talking about in the chat? The High Church, the Anglo-Catholic. Okay. All right. Sounds fun. Who are you gonna call? Dungeon Minister. You had to go chase a ghost out of the boys' bathroom? Is it like... is it Grunty Gary instead of Moaning Myrtle? Just Grunting Gary? I am really considering about breaking out the wet palette at this point in the year. In the summertime, I really don't have to worry about it, but we're getting into the winter where there's very little humidity in the air. Take a look what's going on in the chat. Is a cleric, so turned undead is his speciality. Nice. Nice. Okay, there you go. Something about it. An air purifier, huh? Okay. All right. Well, we'll come back and fix that a little later. Had a little bump there. The highlights are really starting to take shape now. Let's see if we can. Believe it or not, I like this camera so much. I'm really hoping to get another one in the future so that I can have one set up in the I have a little like picture booth back there with a little spinny plate. I think that'd be awesome to put a model on there. Bald guy with a beard. That's pretty good. So what's everybody been up to in Hobby World? What have we been playing? What's been the game of choice? Is my curiosity. Let's see. Can we get a nice... I hope the detail on the hair is showing up. It looks really pretty, not gonna lie. RPG Grandma's been, let's see here. Oh, holy man. So your youngest Bob Johnny almost total party killed your solo game, huh? Okay. That's interesting. Coyotes and crows, yeah, all right. That sounds fun. So I'm gonna figure out, can I make my other self a little smaller? Let's see. I'm gonna do like maybe. There we go. Yeah, other me. Be small. There we go. There we go. That's a heck of a lot better. As you can see, we're kind of leaving a lot of that other color behind, but the highlights are starting to bring out the hair quite a bit now. A couple more bits I gotta do. I think I see one that I'm gonna tackle right now, right next to her. Right next to her head. Now, ain't that looking pretty? That is looking quite nice, actually. Pre-colonial America. Now, that is a scholarly topic. I am impressed. That is not something I was expecting to see in the chat. We got some people with some smarts in here, that's for sure. I mean, I know some stuff about pre-colonial America, but you know, it's all textbook stuff. Yeah, it's a solo game, but you have companions, NPCs. You got a monster manual for Christmas and was just throwing everything at me. Well, now that sounds like a challenge. A kid with just a carte blanche to start going at your character. That's great. All right, let's. I'm gonna grab some of this burnt sienna now. We're gonna change it up. I think our hair is looking pretty good, or at least close to where I want it. I'm gonna go on to that burnt sienna and fix up the shoulder pauldron. Let's see. I think, yeah, here we go. I'm gonna stick that on the paint shaker. We're back. It's a double affront because you're the one who got him the book. Yeet. A little drop of burnt sienna will do. There we are. There we are. So I tend to go a little bit differently than a lot of painters. I will literally mix the paint with water while I'm in between, like rinses on the brush. A little hair decided to come and pick up along the way, but yeah, I will essentially just like thin it as I go. see if there's any other little bits and bobs that might need a touch up of the same color while I'm at it. I think we're good. So I think next we're gonna do we're gonna do her belt actually in burnt sienna too. So I may as well switch you on over and keep working with this burnt sienna. So I'm still trying to get her belt, you know, even though it's under the shield, I'm trying to like stick my brush up in there and get at it. I'm probably not going to do a ton of detail work on this side. I am just going to base color it and call it good because it is going to be a pain to try and get any kind of detail in there. It's basically your ye old ship in a bottle conundrum. In some aspects there. Hey. I appreciate the Bill Alexander and Bob Ross comment. They're Dungeon Minister. Yeah, those guys are on a different level. I just, with my thinning part of it, it's just I don't have the time to just, you know, thin all the paint at once. I'd rather just do it like right in the right on the palette. Those guys don't necessarily have to worry about thinning as much as us mini painters do. But yeah, those guys are on a new level. Hey, thanks. We did, yeah, we did the cloak in gold. I thought it was kind of a nice, catchy accent to the rest of the model. Well, that's cool. I realize that I haven't done her glove yet. Same color. I'm kind of envisioning that she's wearing gloves is the idea there. Because to me, it looks like she's wearing gloved hands. I think it was just, you know, you can't really get that level of detail as I'm sure as like a sculptor. It would be very hard to get that level of detail in a model this small. So it does kind of tend, you know, the hands tend to look a little funky. So I'm just picturing gloves, leather gloves. For a second there, I saw this this comment there, RPG Grandma, and I'm sorry, but I really almost died of laughter until I caught myself and reread it. I thought you said in there all the monsters will get knitted out, like you were gonna knit some monsters or whatnot. That would be really cool if you knit a D&D monster. I don't know if you're into knitting, but if you do knit and you'd knit a monster, let me know. I'll pay good money for it. The scorpion critters almost ended you, huh? Okay. Sometimes I want to take model sculptures out to the woodshed. Sure, you can sculpt that, but can it be painted? Does it pass the painter's test? I feel like painters would be really good sculptors if they, you know, if they could cross, what is it? If you could cross, man, I'm losing the word for it. Like, do two different fields of study or whatever, you know, kind of use both sides of that would be really good. Yeah, I know, right? It knitted D&D monsters would be huge. I'm sure there's a lot of people who would love that. What else am I seeing here? I think it's light umber time for the shield. And move on to that. We got 6 lounge cats in the house tonight. Thank you everybody for joining us. Oh, there's a knitting pattern for a beholder hat? Oh man, that's great. Oh, that's good. I would definitely get me a beholder hat. Hey, crochet is cool too. You know, at some point in time, if I ever make it big on the crazy online world, I would love to auction off this palette, just because it's never really been cleaned, and I feel like that'd be kind of a fun thing to auction off as a piece of like wall art, like decorate it and, you know, frame it with some decorations and stuff and make it like really hokey. I think that'd be awesome. So this part requires quite a bit of attention. I'm not gonna lie. Trying to make faux wood with different colors can be a little tricky. I'm probably gonna go quiet here for a little bit, but I know you guys keep each other pretty entertained in the chat. Hey, Dungeon Minister. All caps in the chat. Do it while he's not looking. Oh God, that's great. Bob Jester, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Say Dungeon Minister. I was wondering when's the next episode coming out? I gotta know. I gotta know. Is it coming out soon? I think the brush is just a little too dry. There we go. Am I still doing all this in shot? I am not. All right, let's check it out. So that is her shield. Get a good look at her hair too. Let's check up on the chat, shall we? All right. All right. It looks like I need to scroll up. Let's scroll up a little bit. I need to occasionally click some yogurt containers. Lick the microphone. Are there people that do that? I mean, it would not surprise me. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. Oh, that was really far. Okay. All right. So, your RPG grandma has a crafty female coworker that's tried to teach her knitting. Stick with weapons and decided to destroy all threats to the grandkids. Yeet. Tomorrow. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Oh gosh, I am really really excited about that one. Finishing up the Dragon Quest. Then it's back to Honeywood and get pour Batlin Barrow's awesome terrain into the campaign. Send it to me back in spring for Cry Eye. Okay, got it. There's the one about the yogurt containers and licking the microphone, which I won't be doing because I don't know where this microphone came from. This is actually there was a local radio station, I believe, that was shutting down. And I had an in there with a family member that was working there, and he kind of nicked the microphone and bought it off of the station for dirt cheap, so that they didn't have to just figure out how to get rid of it in the liquidation. So that was pretty sweet. Although I don't know what has happened to it, so even though I've sanitized it, God only knows what kind of radio show mayhem this has been through. I mean, could you imagine if this came from like Howard's, like some kind of Howard Stern show? Ugh. The guests on there. Ooh. No, thank you. No, thank you. Ents are aquarium pieces. Yes, aquarium pieces are cool. Make great terrain. Very good. Much likes. Thank you very much. I appreciate everybody saying that it looks great. That is the dad joke of the night, Bob Jester. Indeed, that's a good one. Also, your picture, man. Dude. Ah! Woo! All right. All right. So we've got some cool extra wood. Wow, you can actually get this thing pretty close. Some nice cool wood detail on the shield. I tend to lean on the subtler side. You know, there's a lot of people who want to make that really flashy, but to be honest, the subtle little extra hue on the shield, I think, looks really nice the way it is. Next little bit of priority here is going to be finding some other color. We need to color her necklace for sure, and her belt buckle. We've already used kind of, I believe, a copper and gold on the shield. We might just do some kind of silver. We'll see what pops out to us. Just a moment here. Oh, that's awesome! I'm so happy about that, Safi. That's great. That's great. Also, I would like a copy of the D&D drinking game that you're creating there, RPG Grandma. That sounds like a lot of fun. I personally would definitely go ham dinner on that. Bright gold. Probably get away with that. Maybe. Silver. Do we have like... Okay. Alright, we'll just actually maybe change gears here. We're gonna go... Yep, purple. We definitely did that there. I'm gonna put some magenta on the shaker. We're gonna tackle the larger pieces first. Necklace, that's a one hair Jabba. Well, not honestly. I feel like I'm gonna hold on. Let me just get this on the shaker. The necklace, I think, which I will point out here. This necklace right here, this thing it looks pretty intertwined with, you know, it's kind of like a big broad necklace, it would appear. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and it's actually, is that armor she's wearing? Okay, well, yeah, she's wearing armor. It looks like she's just wearing some kind of top armor here, but I've already made the executive decision that these are leather. So this bit, I think, is going to be silver, like some kind of silver, or at least high. We'll tie it in with her sword, I think. So yeah, oh, that little bit there. All right. Tiny broad necklace. So I'm gonna try and start on a different area of the model, maybe like someplace that's really obscure and away from view, in case I gotta paint over this and any of it shows. Uh-oh. You know what that means? Uh-oh. It is. It is. It's another virgin pot of paint. How exciting, everyone. Let's get some huzzahs in the chat. It's going. It's finally met the day where it can celebrate being unsealed and used by a painter. Oh boy, I forgot I took out the trash today. Okay, we're. I need a trash baggie, a trash box. Do I have any? I do not. Because I took it all though. Pepto-Bismol. Indeed. Let's see here. I'm gonna try it. I must have some kind of little baggie around I can put this stuff in. No, that is bubble wrap. That is a bag that's not... Alright, we're using another glove, I guess. Trash glove. Let's go. Trash glove. Is really getting towards hot pink territory, though. We'll have to maybe do some custom color mixing, which I'm not usually a huge fan of. As I absolutely botched the cap on this bottle. We're gonna do it like that. There we go. Keep all that. How did I? Okay. All right. How did I manage that one? Welcome to Paint Minis Live, where apparently I'm also a magician that can make things that turn in not supposed to turn inside out apparently go inside out. Everclear and moonshine, yeet. Oh man, you guys are making making drink names for the spells. You're making that's cool. Okay. Absinthe is invisibility. Gin and tonic and a boiled egg. Oof. Oh, you want a stinking cloud? You could do gin and tonic, and then you could use the pickling liquid from a jar of pickled eggs, or like pickled garlic. Take your pick. Or maybe the, what do they call them, cocktail onions or something like that. You could do that too. That'd be a good one. Milwaukee's best. I think for me, summon monster would have to be monster and is it like Red Bull and vodka they do a drink with? I'd say it'd be like monster and vodka or something. White wine for light. All right, back to the painting. I'm losing track of myself here. All right, so we have this magenta color that's basically bordered on pink. We're gonna take a drop of that, and I think we're gonna take a drop of purple, because I just like saying purple, so it's purple. and we're gonna mix the two together, and I think that's how we're gonna do it. We have 8 people watching the stream tonight. I can't thank you all enough for coming out of the woodwork and joining us here at PML. Whether you're on Twitch or YouTube, it's much appreciated that you're here. This is what we do. We hang out, chat about all kinds of crazy stuff, and paint models while doing it. That's not quite as pink as I thought. It's pretty pink, but I mean it's not crazy pink. Once it left the bottle, it kind of looks a little bit different. This is our paint tone. Oh, I had the focus there for just a minute. Yeah, that's our tone. So it is a little bit pink, but I'm not afraid. I think that this might actually work out pretty well just out of the bottle. So we will just see what happens on a obscure part of the model that won't necessarily be seen all that much. Give it a quick little wipey on my glove to get the point back. Oh, that's not bad at all. All right, yeah. It's like I mixed it just transparent enough that this should be a bit better than just pink, or not pink, but a bit better than what I was thinking it was gonna be. Gonna need a little bit more liquid in there though. Yeah, it's blending actually pretty well. Alright, we'll check it out here in just a second. Where's the rum gone? That's my question. Where's the rum gone, Bob Jester? The rum is gone. Where's the rum gone? Alright, let's check it out. So yeah, I mean it is a little pink, but I think with the purple underneath it that this was maybe the right choice to go with. It's looking really nice. It is showing up a bit more drastic on camera than to the naked eye. Looks a bit more faded, just like a bit lighter purple, a bit more faded to the naked eye. Because yeah, looking at it, and maybe it's just I have a higher contrast setting or something on my monitor. I'm not sure, but it does blend in there pretty well. Yep. Hold on. Am I reading this? Am I? Oh. It, am I reading this right, or did you pre-game? Did you pre-game outside the gaming store, like prior to the game, just like and like tailgate style? I mean, that sounds absolutely fun though. Could you imagine like tailgate partying outside the game shop? Like that needs to be a thing. It needs to be a thing. I would absolutely love that. Pre-game right before the D&D game, walk into the game shop and just like throw the game shop owner a bone and like, hey, you want a brat? It's like it's outside the stadium. Oh man, that's funny. We're gonna give this paint quite a bit more water. For some reason, magenta is a little bit thicker, which is kind of uncommon with this paint line, I'm not gonna lie. Monument is pretty on par with like the consistency of all their paints. They react pretty predictably, no matter what color you choose, has been my findings. But yeah, apparently this one's just a little... All right, let's see here. This is always the hard part for me. Being somebody who I tend not to gaze my eyes on this part of a figure, and so trying to highlight the upper torso area is gonna be interesting. I think I'm just gonna make it really subtle and just do a nice V underneath the necklace. And we're gonna leave it at that because we're classy. We're classy folk. I mean, there are other areas I could highlight, but I don't know. I just with the scale of this, I'm not really entirely certain that would come out the way I want it to. It would be really drawing to the eye. I don't think I really want that. I kind of just want it to be what it is. I think that dark purple color looks very nice. let's catch up on the chat real quick here. Wine for turn undead. Get a nice red. Oh, also, I still have that on there. There we go. So yeah, tailgating D&D is a thing. All right, fair enough. Tailgating D&D is probably going to be huge in 20 years. Indeed, indeed. All right. Yeah, it blended in pretty well. What else are we doing here? Yeah, that's right. Something metallic for the belt buckle and the necklace. I think we're gonna do maybe white gold. So why then at Gary Con was it Spotted Cow? Is that just a proper like a popular brand, or was that tied to him in some way? Is my question about that there, Safi. So we're going to use a little bit of this white gold. I find it works out really well as a complementary highlight to silver in most cases. So we're going to use this for both the necklace and her sword. Just adds in a little bit lighter kind of tone to it. I wish I was more into metallic metal. I'm really just not. But if I was, this would be the time to pull out the chops and really throw down the non-metallic metal on the sword. Trying to be really careful of her neckline that we have painstakingly maintained so far. Okay. So there we have her necklace. I'm gonna take some silver here and just kind of, I might actually redo some of that and leave it as highlights, but I'm just gonna stick a little bit of silver since it's slightly darker, maybe in the recesses, to kind of give it a bit more depth. Let's check out the chat and see what's going on. What have the live chat lounge cats been saying out there? We're still on the D&D drinks bandwagon, I see. Fun. Oh, we're talking about mixies now too. All right, cool. Cool. I feel like I need to go even darker though. Might just grab ourselves like dark silver. I have a dark silver. I had one. Dark warm gray. Where's bronze? Neutral gray. Dark silver. There's your ASMR there, Dungeon Minister. We're shaking paint. I feel like I maybe went a bit too quick there for my liking on how fast I just reached the hue for that silver. Kind of want it to. That's looking quite a bit better. It'll look even more so when we put some wash on it, I'm sure. Looks like a... Just threw some dark silver down on our belt buckle, and then I'll go over the top of it with just regular silver, I think. That's looking pretty good. All right, on to I think the face, honestly, is gonna be. I might throw a little white on her sword. Just give it that little white on her sword here. Just to give it that ultra sharp type of look. Thanks for joining us, Bob Jester. Thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, I agree. You got to start, taking notes on this RPG Grandma. You could make a book out of this, sell it on Etsy. I bet you'd sell quite a few copies, even if it was just digital. Just sell it as a digital book. That's what I'm thinking. go. Kind of gave it that sharp edge kind of effect on our sword. Just what we were looking for. What was I gonna do? Yeah, we got, let's see here, burnt orange. We're gonna try that as a highlight. I might even go a step up on her hair too and just go for a hardcore yellow. Make that kind of shine even further. It's time to hit up the 00. This is looking like a little bit just a little too close in hue, honestly. All right. looking really. You can definitely see it on her boot, but I mean, it is a very similar hue. Hmm. Got a little bit of white here. Let's just see if we can. That's looking a lot better. Definitely a bit more eye-catching now. Always, doing the highlighting part of this, it's definitely a bit of a quiet procedure. That's for sure. Hey, thanks. I'm glad that it's turning out to your liking. There, Sapphire. All right. Boots done. I'm gonna do the same maneuver here with the shoulder pauldrons. How long have we been going for? An hour and a half. Yeet. All right. Then we gotta do her hand, and we should be done with this phase of it. As yeah, we should be nearing the finish line with this pretty quick here. At least this color. We have all that done. I think the last thing basically to do is some highlights on her hair, her cape, and then basically her face. I'm gonna shake up some of this gold and yellow real quick. It's transparent. What is this? Warm yellow. Let's go warm yellow first. Because her hair is definitely got that blonde brown, but it's not, it's still kind of muted. So we're gonna go ahead and make that stand out a bit more in a couple places. By the way, thank you everybody for staying with me for so long tonight. I usually only go for about an hour, but, you know, hey, it's Saturday. We're living it up. So, Mercury, just out of curiosity, like what kind of games are you into? What brought you into the hobby space? I'm just curious to get to know you a little more. Like, was there anything in specific that kind of brought you around to the hobby or anything like that? I'm just putting little dashes of yellow here and there, almost like dotted line style. Now that is really starting to show up quite a bit. Definitely got the hardcore blonde going on now. But we're still maintaining some of the depth of the other colors underneath it, which is important in my opinion. Hey, thanks for being a cheerleader, RPG Grandma. You've been with me basically from the start of this channel. I remember, I do remember back when I was, it was like the second, well, maybe not the second stream. It was like the third stream in, where I was doing Bill Sylvie's Dragon, and you came in. You've been a cheerleader since the beginning. I appreciate it. Mercury, you're kind of into a little bit of everything, nerd. That is pretty cool. Okay. So you're just naturally one of us. Gotcha. All right, let's see. How much further am I going to work on this? Where's my white gold? Where's the white gold? It left the building. I believe that's silver. White gold. Oh, it's really white. I think we're just gonna leave that stock standard gold. We're gonna. Okay, warm gray. I think I need. That's neutral gray. I think I need bright neutral gray, maybe. Yeah. We gotta unflatten her cape, make it look dynamic. Hey, what's going on, Lightmane? Good to see you, good to see you. Appreciate you joining us for the late night paint session this Saturday. Very good, very good. Hey, take it easy, Mercury. We're just doing, I got a new camera, by the way, Lightmane. You can't tell by any of the quality so far, but I can do this now, and it does it very fast. Like, I'm pretty impressed at how quickly this camera can capture all the detail. Like, this is kind of my... I'm so happy about it. And it can pick up all the details, like, on her shield, and let's see here, on her like tunic. I wish I could. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's a bit more of a better way to see it. Not so much for the light, but yeah, she's starting to come together. It's turning out really nice. So we need a little more agua. think we're gonna try and feather in a little bit of gray. To be honest, just gonna tone it back a little bit. So we're gonna go with the dark neutral gray. Don McVitie, how's it going, Don? Let's see. How you been? How you been? Good to see you. Welcome to Paint Minis Live. I don't think I've seen you in here before, Don. It's nice to meet you. You basically this is the show. The live chat lounge cats are here to keep you company. So please enjoy their healthy dose of entertainment, as well as my own. We like talking about anything nerd in here. Well, thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Let's see. Let's see what else is going on in the chat. We're talking about football. All right, all right. I dig it. Who are we watching tonight? That's the next question. I have been painting, so I have not caught what's going on in the world of football. Quick question for you, Don. How did you get in the hobby? That's my one big question for you. What brings you to Paint Minis Live? It's always great to see new people. Packers and 49ers were playing. Okay, gotcha. I dig it. D&D, football, knitting, and more. Yeah. D&D and AD&D in the 80s. Saw it mentioned on Delver and You Paint Every Night. Well, hey, if you're, if you're into painting, it's we have a Discord too, the Paint Minis Live Discord, where lots of folks come to hang out too, and I got a section in there that's the community model showcase. It's like right under the general tab, and we have some seriously skilled painters in there that like to show off their work, and just everybody who's painting models too, just feel free to drop a picture in there if you're comfortable. RPG Grandma's got some great photos of some lizards and spiders and kobolds in there too. I still really liked your spaceships, the way that the the fleet game that you were painting, the ships for that looked really good. RPG Grandma, by the way. I'm still envious of those. I think they look like the coolest sculpts. But we do have a Discord too if you're interested in looking a little bit further in. Let's see. What else are we gonna do here? I think we're gonna go. I'm gonna try and button up this her legging a little bit better with this dark gray. I'm pretty sure that's what we primed her in. We can probably take some of the warm gray that we've got and you're gonna start mass painting the green fleet? All right. Yeah, we got the dark gray leggings going on there. I'm gonna throw some highlights with just a little bit lighter. This gray is still pretty dark, but it's just a tad lighter. And we're gonna do that for the highlights. This project here is a commission by Kinect, or I know her better as Sapphire. This project is for her daughter. She won this mini at the game shop and wanted me to paint it up, so here we are. Just doing a little bit of highlighting on the leggings. Let's see how they turned out. We'll get a nice close-up shot here. Might actually scale back how much highlight I have on her knee, but that's kind of where the light would hit it. Her other legs looks really good though. We got 8 lounge cats in the chat. Thanks for being here, everybody. Appreciate it. It's awfully nice to have some company while painting, you know, and just hanging out. I'm just gonna scale back the highlight on her knee a little bit. Kind of shape that a little bit. There we go. Now we're starting to get more towards realistic zone here. Yeah, that's a heck of a lot better. It's the little things in life, friends. It's the little things. I go after the little things with great determination and joy. I think that highlight looks a heck of a lot better. A bit more realistic to the light. It looks like I still have, let's see here. Try, see here, yeah, the warm gray. I'm gonna have to go back to that real quick. Holy man, it has been cold indeed. Heck yeah, 9 in Chicago, drop low 0. Yeah. When I was up north visiting my parents, I think it was like, what was it? -17 last weekend up there. That was pretty chilly. Almost done here. Then I'll check the chat and see what you guys been talking about. All right. There's her cape. I just kind of tried to blend that a bit better, while still leaving some of the harder edge on there. So I think our model is basically done here. The only thing left to do is going to be her face. Oh, is Road March in here? Did I, let's see here. Let me catch up with the chat. It's the painter's dilemma. You want to, you know, you're painting away and then you just, A Nerd's Nerd is here too. Oh my gosh. Hello, Nerd's Nerd. I saw you on, what was it? The Thursday night stream, I think. With Shadow and Sons. Thanks for the drive-by hello. Much appreciated. Road March, welcome, welcome. Yes, we're still painting. I'm just having a good time at this point. It's just good. Okay, yeah, I do use Monument as my main when it comes to paint. I really have fallen hard in love with their formula. Whatever they're using in there is pretty spot on. We had 9 people in the chat too, by the way. That's awesome. Yeah, Monument is definitely my main. I've been also... I do use Vallejo almost exclusively. Sorry if I can just mess around with the camera here. I use exclusively like their gloss varnish, their matte varnish, their retarder medium is great. A little bit jelly on, you know, jelly, but once you kind of manage to work it into the paint, it's great. And then their crackle medium too. I basically, all their technical products are like the best in the business as far as I'm concerned. I used to use a ton of Vallejo model air, and I really liked the model air because you could use it with a brush, you could use it with your airbrush, it'd be fine. But it's I started running out of them, and they just cost a lot more. They're a great brand though. I still really enjoy Vallejo, and their paints. If I need a particular color from that line, I'd definitely jump to it with them. I have absolutely no hesitation buying from them. The Citadel stuff, though, on the other hand, they're basically only good for the Blood God, in my opinion. The rest of it is kind of meh. That's a good question, and a question, Safi, I have for you. What color do you want her eyes? I was gonna go white with the classic dot in the center. Obviously, it's gonna be really a tiny dot, but what color do you want the tiny dot? I can make it whatever color you'd like. So let me know what color you'd like. Yeah, Sapphire, native Wisconsinite. She can smell cheese from a mile away, and when the Packers score a touchdown, there's much celebration to be had. Isn't that right? Maybe not. Maybe you're not a Packers fan, but I'm pretty. You know, I know some Wisconsinites, and they are crazy about some Packers football. Just put it that way. Blue gray. Let's see what I got for blue gray. So say, Don, do you also use Monument for your main paint brand? I mean, or is it kind of interchangeable between the two for Monument and Vallejo? Again, both great, excellent paint producers, in my opinion. Packers and Badgers. Gotta love them Badgers, eh? Oh, sorry, that's more Canadian, but yeah, Wisconsinite's got a... Wisconsinese has a very, they have a different, very different dialect. Go more blue side, if no blue gray. Okay, got it. Well, let's see. I've got gray blue. I know you were looking for blue gray, but does gray blue work? I've got that, and that color looks like that. Otherwise, we're starting to work our way into like royal blue territory. I mean, we can mix something custom too. You know, we could go like faded ultramarine down to blue gray. It does work, she says. All right. Road March, how you been? Tell me about it. What's been new? What you been up to? Surviving the cold, I hope. I know it's the noisiest paint shaker on earth, but it saves my wrists. So I'm a firm believer that eyes on models, if you just sauce some straight white on there are not going to look quite as clean as if you just throw a little gray on it. That's just my personal opinion. Throw a little real light gray on there is kind of how I like to start off the eyeball process. This is where the rubber meets the road. I'm sorry this is going to be out of focus, but I'll show you after. I'll have to clean that up a little bit. I had a little shake there that left the paint on her face, but it's alright. Okay, and now it's kind of tough to get a single pupil on this sculpt. I think it kind of got the mold or whatever kind of messed up the sculpt, so her eyes aren't really quite right on par. But I think it should be all right. Alright, we're gonna grab our skin tone, which we had pale pink. We used that. No, we used. Let's see here. Tan flesh, I think. Yeah, we used tan flesh. We're just down to the face painting at this point. So I started off with, in my mind, the best, like, here's a little educational thing for you. Prior to me getting back into, hey, thanks for joining us, Lightmane. I appreciate it. Take it easy, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. With faces, I tend to try and keep the like, there's kind of a heat map to it. Leave the bottom of the face cool colors or darker than the rest of the face. And then try and get the cheeks a darker color, like or a lighter pink, you know, to warm it all up. We'll end up probably putting a little bit of like red, a very light red, I would say. We're not gonna go like fire engine here. We might maybe use just a little of this magenta, but we're gonna use just a little bit of red somewhere in here to kind of make our blush, I guess. I'm not a makeup artist in any sense whatsoever, but if we use a little bit of this, it should warm our skin tone up a little bit so that we can like actually make some blushy cheeks. It also assumes that I can mix it right. And then what we'll do after that is we'll take our pale pink, which is going to be our finishing flesh tone. Hey, thanks for joining us, Dawn. I hope you enjoyed your time with us tonight, and I hope to see you again real soon. Take it easy. This is a, I believe Sapphire got this off of, well, no, she didn't get it. The person that gave this to her daughter got it from Temu. She left me a link, so. But, I guess it's from Temu. So we're just gonna thin down our finishing skin tone here. I actually kind of want this to be maybe a bit thinner than that even. I want this to be almost transparent in how it's gonna present on the model. It's still a bit too opaque. I want this just to be like so thin that I can see the layer underneath it. It's not really giving me that. Hold on 1 second. Thinner, improver. We're gonna try a little of this stuff. This is Monuments glaze and wash mix. Yeah, I didn't know Timo sold figures either, but I guess they do. Huzzah, another bottle of unopened stuff. At least this one I don't have to worry about my fingers, because there's no pigment in there. Oh, but it is thick. So let's give this a try. I'm just gonna put a little... dollop of daisy on there. Wow, that really thinned it out all right. There we go. Yeah, that'll do it. See how that hits. All right. And maybe went a little too light on that. I think that is basically model complete, minus the base. So I think that's going to be the last episode. Is going to be the we'll do the basing part of this. Pardon me. But yeah, I think she turned out really well. This turned out very nicely. I think all said and done. I think we're gonna do maybe some washing too next live stream. Do some washes on here to kind of blend some stuff back together. Yeah, I think that's some nice work done tonight. She is looking really good. What else is there to say? We could maybe... I wonder, can I make it reach all the way, though? Maybe not. Oh, yep, there we go. Camera's being a little funky. There we are. All right. Well, with that being said, I think that's about it from me for tonight. Thank you all for joining me on this Saturday night. If you have any other questions, comments, anything else you'd like to say before we wrap up here, please toss it in the comments now. I'd appreciate it. To everybody new who has come and found Paint Minis live, thank you for being here. Also, to anybody watching in the replay, thank you for being here and watching till the end. I do appreciate it. It helps spread the word of hobbies, and our mission here at Paint Minis Live is just to spread the good word of hobbying, because it's good for you. It's like a health food or something, It's kind of crazy. Hey, that's I do appreciate that. That's like some seriously heartwarming stuff. That is like that is the best compliment I could ask for, and I really appreciate that, and I hope that when you see her with your own eyes, that you'll enjoy Alex as much as I have painting her. Also, in the future, with the Alex project here, and the DnD fighter project, we're going to be doing some laser engraving on a box that was sent with the model, and we're going to put some custom art on the box, laser engraving in there. So that's gonna be really cool. So stay tuned for that. We got the basing part of this, and then we got some laser engraving, and then we're gonna package Alex up and get her ready to go home to Sapphire and her daughter, where hopefully she will experience many years of wonderful role playing and warm, fond memories. And with that being said, I am Bill T here with Paint Minis Live in the studio. Everybody take care, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.